Hi, good day, and welcome to my show, Good Vibrations. I hope you're having a happy week, and it's July 1st. It's the first day of the month. So we're welcoming a new month. It's the summer, and well, it's the summer for us up in North America. So we're going to have a good time. The party starts here. Let's put it that way. So I get a lot of questions in my class of what's the difference between spirit guides and departed loved ones. But a lot of people don't even realize that they're surrounded by a team. Most people feel like, when you're going through a tough time, that's when we miss our departed ones the most. But we think that we're alone. And what I've learned since I'm doing this is that we're never alone. So, what's the difference between a departed one? Departed one, we have shared memories. These are the people that you've loved or people you've worked with, people that you have been in your life that have somehow affected you. And you share memories with them. So, very often, you'll get a whiff of a certain food and you'll remember that that was your father's favorite food. Or you have a shared memory of something, or you hear something on the radio that's an expression that your mother used to say. I was doing a reading the other day and I said something and the woman put her hands over her face and she said, "It's like having my mother here with me." That's exactly what she would have said. So that's how you know your loved ones are with you. When you recognize, you see a sweater that let's say your mother bought you years ago and you recognize it, or you see a design. And that's a loved one, and they're always around when we're going through tough times. But spirit guides, we have a team of guides around us. We have angels, we have spirit guides, and you have one particular spirit guide that's with you from birth to death. They're with you your entire life. And you have to think of your spirit guides as kind of your cheerleading squad. They're your support staff. We don't have shared memory with our spirit guides. They could be an ancestor, but you wouldn't necessarily know the ancestor. It could be an ascended master, could be any of those things. Spirit guides are there to put things in your path. Where a loved one will give you comfort when you're missing the most. You're going to hear a song come on the radio, and you know that your father's with you or your grandmother's with you. A spirit guide puts opportunity in your path, and maybe puts the perfect storm of things to happen. That you can't sell your house, you need money and you can't sell your house, and all of a sudden a customer is going to show up out of nowhere, or a friend is going to call, and things get put together. That's the work of your spirit guides. We have a caller, so I'm going to take the caller and we're going to return to this in a minute. But we have Tiffany from Manitoba, Canada.
Hello.
Hi, Tiffany, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Do you feel the difference between spirit guides and your loved ones around you? Do you ever feel your loved ones around you?
I feel like I do sometimes.
How does it come to you? Do you smell perfume? Do you just get that smile when you hear something on TV?
Yeah, songs or just things outside sometimes.
Mhm. Right? And a spirit guide, that's that instance when you make a decision, like you didn't know you were going to go that way, but somehow all the pieces fall into place and that's where you go. So I want to ask, that I see spirit if obviously I can't see spirit around you because we're on the phone, but I want to talk about the person behind you and I want to ask, is your father in spirit?
No,
Are you married? Do you have a father-in-law in spirit?
my father-in-law's alive, but my father-in-law's dad has passed.
Okay, so that would be a grandfather, that would be behind you. So your father-in-law's dad. So you have a grandfather and a grandfather-in-law in spirit. Did you know this grandfather?
Yes.
Were you part of his life? Did you help take care of him?
No, but my grandmother actually just passed away in March, and I was helping when she was in the hospital.
So you were helping your grandmother because I have someone, did you do something with her legs? Did you wrap her legs or something? Did she have problems with her legs, sores?
No, we bought her a blanket and we had kept covering her up. She kept scratching her legs and her legs are bugging her and she's very jittery kind of, and I kept covering her legs.
Okay, because
Yeah.
what they're showing me is somebody wrapping up someone's legs. So this is grandma then. When I see an image, all I see is a body part. I don't necessarily see a man or a woman. I just see a place, just spirit directs me to go there. So you were taking care. And is there a CL name like Claire or Carol, living or dead, around either one of either side of the family?
Not that I can think of. Carol? No. Mm,
Carol, Claire, CL, Carl, anything with a C or a K and an L.
uh, mm,
And if you
mm,
can't place it, just take it with you. Um, just take it with you. Maybe, did your grandmother have a brother that passed too? Did you have a great uncle who
no.
her husband?
Yes, actually, my husband's uncle just passed also beginning of
Okay,
June.
so this was your father-in-law's brother?
Mhm. Correct.
Okay, because I have an uncle, that's why I was asking if your grandmother had a brother there. So, and is there a B name around him, like Brian, Bob, a BR name, Brendan, living or dead? Is there a BR name?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, again, just take that with you, maybe belonging to someone else on the, waiting
Okay.
to call in. But, was your husband close with this uncle?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and in his like not recently, the last 3 4 years, maybe not so much, but they were really close when he was younger.
And where are like twins? Like why are they showing me like twins? Is there someone that's close in age? Like sometimes children are born within 1 year, they're not quite twins, but or is there someone that looks exactly alike, even though they're not twins, but kind of like people say, "Oh my God, they're twins."
I have twins, a set of twins myself, and my grandfather was a twin, but I never got
Was
to
it
meet him. He passed
okay?
away early.
Okay, all right. So
I never got to.
you have twins, and the grandmother that I brought forward with the legs, was she married to the twin?
Yeah,
Okay, that's where I wanna go because that's where she was talking about the CL name or the CR name. Um, so you never met that grandfather, correct?
no, I didn't.
And is there an L around him, like Lance or Larry or, Leonard? Is there an L name
Yes,
around? Who's the L name?
there's um. So she was married also. So she was married to my grandpa who passed away, and then she got remarried, and then he has a son named Larry, but he's still alive.
Okay. Okay, so that would be, and this is your grandfather's son, correct? Not the second marriage. This is from the first
Right.
marriage, is Larry,
This is
right?
the yeah, the second married. This is the second marriage. His
So
son, whose name
Larry's
is
from the
Larry.
second marriage, and the
Mhm.
Larry's father is alive. That would be your step grandfather.
Yes.
He's alive, but that would be your
Larry's
grandmother's.
no, sorry. Larry's father is passed. Larry's father's passed away.
Okay,
That was
that's
my
what I'm
grandma's
asking you.
husband,
Right.
second
So
husband.
that's your grandmother's
Mhm.
second husband, right?
Yes.
And I want to ask if there's an H name like Harold or Harry around them. Henrietta,
Um,
Harold, Aaron.
so around them, no, but there is a Harry that passed away, which is my father-in-law's dad's brother.
Okay.
Um, he was
So we're
Harry
rich in
Ching.
uncles today.
And then my father-in-law's name is Hal.
Hal, okay, I got the Harold. So you're getting a lot of people coming in and just calling out. It's like a free for all saying, "Say hello, say hello." They're not gonna believe this. Like, I don't know, Tiffany, if your husband or his family believes in this kind of thing, but it's kind of like they're taking the opportunity to call out and say, "They're not gonna believe this, but we're here and, we're part of their lives." And, did you
Oh,
know your
okay.
step grandfather? Did you know that second grandfather?
Yeah.
Your mom is alive, correct? Your mom is here?
Yeah.
Did he bring her up?
Um, no, not very often.
So, would they were not close, but did he s
No.
he married your grandmother late in life?
Yeah. So yeah, my grandma was married, and then my dad was 12 when his dad passed away, and then she got remarried about 20, 30 years later, I
Okay, so
believe.
it's we're on your
His name
dad's side of the
his name was
family.
Benny.
Okay, so we're on your d and I asked about a B name, remember? I asked for Brian, but it was actually Benny.
Benny, yeah,
He's trying to
that's
come
right,
through. So
Benny.
did did Benny he wants to talk to your grandmother's son. So your grandmother's son is your father, correct?
Hmm.
And did he bring up your father? What did he play a role in your father's life?
Well, yeah, that was his step. Benny was my dad's step
Right,
dad.
okay. Okay, and Larry is his half brother, correct?
Larry, yeah, that's my dad's half brother. Yes.
That's your brother's yeah. Okay. So did he have kind of a misunderstanding with Ben? Was there kind of like a fight towards the end of Ben's life?
Yes, there was with the house,
Okay.
with my
Yeah.
grandma and yeah,
Okay.
Benny, the house.
Ben wants to apologize to your father. Okay? So if you could
Okay.
please your dad is here, correct? Your dad we had established your dad was alive.
Yes. Yep.
Is alive. So
Yep.
Ben wants to take this
Yep.
opportunity to apologize to your father because I think your father it got really down and dirty over there, correct?
Yeah. It's still kind of a little bit in
Right,
the works. Hmm.
right. So yeah,
As
so he
grandma
wants to
had just
say
passed away.
right, he wants to say that he's sorry that it ended that your father didn't deserve this, correct? You understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um
I get that.
I guess that's the message that, it took us a kind of a way to get to grandma's second husband. But I think, oddly enough, the message comes through for your dad because I guess your father's
Okay.
pretty upset about it. But please let him know that his stepfather came through and wanted to apologize to him.
Okay. And then nothing else from my grandma. I was really close with my grandma that just passed away.
Right? And
Um,
this was
her name is
Benny's
Doreen.
wife. I'm sorry, what was her name?
Benny's wife. Yeah.
And she was
Doreen.
married to Benny. Doreen. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
you were around her a lot towards the end, correct?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
was there, some issues with dementia going on?
No, she found out she had cancer, and then yeah, then she had a stroke and a heart attack in the hospital,
She's
and then she
showing
kind
me
of
her
she
head.
forgot to go to the hospital.
Yeah, she's showing me, her head, like whatever was going on, it affected her head. And I think she wasn't really
Yeah.
attentive towards the end and she wants to apologize. Did you try talking to her and you weren't able to get through to her?
Right. Yeah, I talked to her every day and kissed her every day before I left, and yeah, we'd always talk to her
Right. And she
whether she
wants to
responded or
say,
not.
yeah, she wants to say that she heard everything. And the twins, you have twin girls? Are those twin girls?
Girl and a boy,
Girl and a boy. Are those the only children you have?
and I have an older daughter too.
But she's talking about the girls. So I guess she's talking about your
Okay.
older daughter and your younger daughter. Of course, she's not leaving out your son, but she wants you to know that she's around the kids. All right, that she's watching out for the kids.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
Wonderful. Mhm.
yeah. And is there somebody with a
Okay.
K name
Perfect.
like Catherine?
Pardon? A K?
A K or a C like Catherine or Kathy?
No, but I have a cousin Cora.
Okay. Well, I don't know who she's talking about
Or
here, but
I do have a
yeah. Go ahead.
well, the uncle that had passed Mark, her His wife was Kathy,
Okay, so I wanna
and
say
she's
that
still
your
here, but
uncle, yeah, he's calling out because I hear somebody yelling, "Kathy, Kathy, Kathy." So please let your Aunt Kathy know that her husband called out to her, okay?
okay. Mhm.
All right? I have to take the next caller. Thank you
Oh,
very much for calling in.
okay, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So we're gonna go to Rachel in, Orange, New South Wales, Australia.
Hi,
Hi, Rachel, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Is it morning or night, Rachel?
Um, it's about 5:47.
Okay, in the afternoon. Correct? In the
No, in
afternoon.
the morning.
Oh, so you're up early. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Rachel, I want to ask you, what I'm getting is I'm getting an animal actually. Did you lose a dog?
Yeah.
Was it recently?
No.
But this was your dog?
Yeah.
I mean, like seriously, like your dog, like you love this dog, it was like your baby?
Yeah.
And did you try, like, I feel like you went, like they couldn't identify what was wrong with the dog, that it's a she, correct? This dog was a female?
Yeah.
And you kept going to different vets and nobody could find out? Was she off her food? Was she not eating right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and did you try lots of different things like raw food and cooked food and you were like you tried every kind of helper?
Yeah. We tried everything.
Yeah, and did she have a bad smell? Like something was wrong that she had like like an odor that you noticed?
Mm, I can't remember.
Okay, well, she's talking about it, that it was coming from inside of her. And did they ever diagnose the dog? Because I feel like she had a specific cancer that they couldn't find.
Um, maybe.
Yeah, in the end, did you have to help her like by putting her down?
Yeah, we did.
Were you holding her when you put her down?
No, I think my mother was.
Yeah, please tell your mom that she says thank you. Her specifically, she says thank you, mommy. Okay? Well, how you would say is
Okay.
mommy, right? That the dog wants to
Yeah.
thank you guys for making the decision not to let her suffer. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I want to move behind you now, and I want to ask: is your dad on the other side?
No.
Do you have a father-in-law? Do you have somebody who's like a father figure, like an uncle, somebody like that? Maybe a granddad on the other side?
Yeah, I do have a granddad on the other side. Yeah.
Were you close with this granddad?
Yeah.
And where is the R name? Roger, Robert, Rodney. Where is the R name, living or dead? Richard, Roger, Rodney.
Roger.
Who's Roger?
I think somebody on my mom's side.
Like an
I
uncle?
don't know. A distant relative.
Okay, all right. Well, he's coming through. So is mom's here? Mom is alive?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you let mom know that Roger came through for her?
Okay.
Okay. And I want to go to your other side. Your grandmother is on the other side?
Yes.
Were you close with
On my
this?
dad's side.
So it's your dad's mom. You were close with your dad's mom?
Yeah.
Um, did
Yeah.
you did you live with her for an extended period of time, or did you go and spend summer, like, it's not just seeing her for Christmas, but did
Yeah.
you
I did actually. Yeah.
okay,
I looked after her when she was sick.
uh-huh. So she wants to thank you for that. Did you style her hair or something? Did you put pin curls in her hair? Do you know sometimes in the old days, I'm not talking about you,
Yeah,
but they put bobby pins in, like they'd cross them and it would come out like ringlets. Did you?
I do. She used to do that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I do
that's a
remember
shared
that.
memory. Yeah, I mean, I haven't pictured that in years. I had a neighbor who used to do that. So it's showing like how you coil the
Mm.
hair and then put 2 bobby
Yeah,
pins
yeah,
to hold it when
yeah,
it and, and
yeah. And she used to dye her hair too. Yeah.
yeah, and, but, you know, did she was she she's showing me that she's sitting on a porch and drinking, like, lemonade, so I don't know if did she live in a rural area, or did she live in I feel like she lived in a rural area, like, out in the country?
Not really, but she did have like a balcony at her house.
Right, and is lemonade her drink of choice? Because she's definitely showing me, like, lemonade in a jug, so I don't know why she's
Yeah,
showing yeah, so she used to make that for you, and she's saying that the times you spent with her were the happiest days of her life. Do you understand that?
yeah.
Where is the L name, Rachel?
My
Lorraine, Lynn?
mom,
Okay, so that's
Louisa.
Louisa. So Louisa is her daughter-in-law?
Yes, daughter-in-law.
Are your parents together or your parents are separated?
My dad's in a nursing home.
Okay, but they were
But
together.
they are still married.
They're still married, but they were together, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Did your mother have a special relationship with your mother, with your grandmother?
Yes.
She calls out to your mother. She wants to let her know that she thought of her as a daughter. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And do you have a brother?
I do.
Your brother is alive? He's here?
Yes.
Are you close with
That's
your
what I know of.
Yeah, that's what my next question.
Not as good, not as close, but yeah.
Um, is he keeping himself away from the family?
Yeah.
Why is your nan bringing up Christmas? Did you see your brother at Christmas?
I did.
Did something happen at Christmas with the family? Like a fight or did something happen at
Yes, it did.
yeah. So was your brother the reason the fight did he explode over something?
He was sticking up for me, really.
Oh, okay. And was it like so who you were having the fight with your mom?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Um, you know, your grandmother says you can speak with her. Do you know what I mean? You know, I feel
Yeah,
like you feel that you're very much alone and she wants to make sure you know she's there to listen to you.
yeah.
She urges you to have patience with mom. You understand that?
Try to.
You understand, have patience. Is your mom you by your own admission, your dad is in a nursing home. Is your mom having a hard time being alone?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And she urges you to have patience that your mom is in a very unhappy part of her life.
Yeah.
Did you ever fight with your mom because she wants to see someone?
Um, as in her say somebody?
Like for companionship? Was it a fight over
No,
your
I
father?
haven't had. No, it was a fight over me. Stuff that was going on in my life, really.
Okay. Well, you know, what I'm getting is your grandmother's saying that your mom's going through a really tough time, and she wants you to understand that she's not out to hurt you, but she may not know how to speak to you. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And she explained because she has a good relationship with your mom. You know, she's usually I hear, well, they didn't have a good relationship or they didn't like each other, and I'm not feeling that. So I think
Yeah.
she's asking you to have a lot of patience for mom. But she wants you to know more than that, you're not alone, she's with you. And she tells you, Rachel, to follow your gut. Do what your gut tells you is the right
Mhm.
thing. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wish you good luck with it, and I wish your dad good luck, a recovery, a speedy recovery. Does he have a hip problem? Is there a problem with your father's hip?
He actually has Parkinson's disease.
So he's having mobility issues because they're showing me that his
Yeah.
hip is out of whack. Yeah. So it's a lot of stress on the family. It's a lot of stress. So she says, I'm around, I see, and I'm helping where I can. So know that your grandmother's nearby. All right.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for calling in. We have 60 seconds. You can always book a reading with me if you go to my website, www.ladyphyllis.com, where it's one-on-one and I can see you with a Zoom, and the connections are that much greater. Remember, you're not alone. You have spirit guides, you have family, you have everybody around you. I'll see you next week. Have a week filled with good vibrations and enjoy your holidays wherever they are. Bye-bye, everybody.